Hello, classmates. Thank you for taking the time to view my video this week. Alex Liga here. Please forgive me if I sound a little hoarse or need to take a drink midway through this. I've contracted bronchitis. I'm on take number 8 for this video, so my voice is quickly giving out on me. So this week, I want to take the opportunity to talk to you about Elizabeth Betsy Ross. She is the person who's fondly remembered for designing, or supposedly designing and producing, the first American flag. Now her rise to fame didn't start during her lifetime. It was when her grandson, William J. Canby, started to retell stories of Betsy Ross's daughter, with who Betsy Ross lived with towards the end of her life after the death of her third husband. And through all these interviews and affidavits and everything that he could gather up for the time, Mr. Canby, for 1870 standards, compiled quite a bit of evidence for it in his favor. And it started this narrative that in June of 1776, George Washington and 2 other members of the Continental Congress visited his grandmother at the shop on Arch Street in Philadelphia, presented the idea for a flag to her. She changed it from 6 points on the star to 5 points, and within a few days, first flag's completed. So this is something that really took root, because I'd like to think, at least, that Betsy Ross was somebody that you could identify with, the story of her. She wasn't a member of a particularly wealthy class or well-to-do. 1771, she eloped at a young age with John Ross. He died in the Revolutionary War, and she remarries Joseph Ashburn. He also died in the Revolutionary War. In 1783, she settled down with John Claypool. So as a widower from humble upbringings, she had the opportunity. She made this flag. She made the American flag that we all fondly know today. And it's just she's kind of like that protagonist that Americans can identify with. She did something that was so spectacular and has just the most celebrated national symbol. And she started from nothing with this. And it was just a fate of circumstances. And you can look back at all the social history of the Revolutionary War, which Middlecoff does a great job of describing in his chapter outside the campaign. And you could look at the story of, say, Sarah Hodkins from Ipswich, Massachusetts. Husband gone from 1775 to 1779. They had 2 young kids. If she had been a seamstress in Philadelphia at the time, maybe she was the one who could have made the flag. Or Mary Fish Silman. Husband was kidnapped. She found a musket ball lodged in his jacket. These are all stories of military wives that were home, and a collection of circumstances happened about her. And it's the same with Betsy Ross. She had the opportunity, and if she did indeed make the first flag, or if not, either way, it's a tradition that, or maybe a tall tale, a folk tale, whatever you'd like to label it as. But it's a patriotic story about a multiple-time widower who was able to gain quite a bit of national popularity long after her death. And it's at least an interesting story, and it passes on a lot of positivity for the opportunities that American women had during the Revolutionary War to contribute. So I hope you enjoyed the video this week. Thank you very much. God bless.